Okay. So, good afternoon to all of you. My sound is audible to all. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So, just I will go in fast revisions of that previous, and then we'll come to the ongoing points. So, here's the syllabus as per the universities. Two sections are there. The one sections, the industrial engineering method study and ergonomics. Second sections, that is the work measurement, facility location, plant layout, and the job evaluation and merit rating. After that, the central idea, the importance of the subject, it is given. Then we came across the introductions to the industrial engineering. What is the definition of the industrial engineering? Concept of industrial engineering, objective, and after that, two scientists, that is F.W. Taylor's, his contributions related to the our method study, the father of scientific management. Then we came across the contribution of the Gilbert, is related to motion study, time study parts. Then after that, we have gone through these production and productivity difference. Productions, that is the unit to be produced in particular periods, one shift how much quantity, and productivity, that is the ratio of output divided by input. Then factors affecting on the productivities, there are eight factors are there, and brief the introduction of each factor it is given in the last lectures. Then ways to improve the productivity. Yesterday we have seen the task based techniques. It contains the total syllabus of our this subject. Product based technique related to each things related to the product classification, coding, research development, quality, standardization, simplification, diversifications. Then technology based, if you replace the computerized technology, definitely productivity will increase. If you use robo group technology, just in time technique, the preventive maintenance, definitely your productivity get increase. Material based technique, MRP is there, inventory control is there. Once again, just in times, inventory control is there. Quality controls and the part of material management and material handling system. Employees based, if every employees will remain happy, then he will get good satisfaction in their own organizations, and the efficiency of the workings will get increased. So up to this, we studied the about the industrial engineering. So very simple thing is that the total introduction of industrial engineering, it is depends upon only three words. That is the cost, production, and productivity. Reduce the cost, increase the production, and increase the productivity. So this is the total summary of the previous introductions to the industrial engineering. Now, today's this lectures will going to see the work study, definition of the work study, objective, importance of the work study, then what is the procedures for work study, and what is the relations with the simplification of the product and the humans relations. So these things we'll going to see each today's lectures. First, the definition of the work study. It is generic terms for those techniques, particularly method study and work measurements. So this is the part of our work study. Two techniques are there: the method study and work measurement. Method study means change in the method, change in the process. Yesterday I have given too many examples. Presently, suppose casting process is there, and initially or few years back, They used to pour the molten metals from furnace to the molds by manually. Nowadays, there is a mechanization, modernizations. The change in this method is taking place, and definitely the productivity will get increased. Work measurements is how much time is required to complete a job. For examples, bearing is there, shaft is there, crankshaft is there, then your conveyors parts are there, gears are there, sprockets are there. I mean, how much time is required to complete the job? That we have to measure, and after measuring, we have to put these times in worksheet so that every workers will follow that time. That is the standard times for completing the jobs, and accordingly we're going to pay the money for them. Now, this is the two technique of work study. It is the generic terms particular for method study and work measurement, which are used in all its context and which leads systematically investigation of all factors which affect the efficiency economy of the situation being reviewed in order to effective improvement. So with help of these two things, which thing methods and in work measurements, we have to increase the efficiency, we have to increase the production, reduce the downtime, reduce the cost, and it will helps to improvement in the output of the organizations. This is the work study. So within these 4 5 lines, what it indicates, work study, it is nothing but a technique. In that technique, which two things are there? Work measurements and method study. And with help of this, we can increase the efficiency, effectiveness. We have to increase production. We have to increase productivity. We have to increase, reduce the cost. This is the actually things related to work study. Okay. Now, next thing, what are the objective of the work study? So up till now, we have gone through the introduction of industries. The similar things are there, but here's I have written in point wise uniform production flow. This is the main objective. If you are not using this work study technique in industry, there may be bottlenecks in the productions, inventory planning is not there, the preventive maintenance is not there, the right person at right place for right job it is not there. Definitely there is a problems in a production. So main objective to make use of work study in industry, uniform production flow means continuous production flow is there. In sugar industry, this is the continuous productions. If we are not here using the work study, we are not thinking about the present methods and improvement over these present methods to make it mechanization and modernizations, the production will not be a flow. So uniform production, this is the main objective of the work study. Second, production smoothing due to the line balancing. Suppose 4 5 machines are there, one example. So according to the capacity of that machines, we have to uh, upload that given the jobs to the particular machine so that at equal times the production output will be there. Line balancing means we have to balance the productions and the come out the whatever things we are expecting from that all these machines, it will be smoothly come out. Examples, one job is there, and in that jobs number of lathe machines operations are there, some milling machines operations are there, grinding machines operations are there. So we have to balance in such way the at a times all machines should be in working condition, and as per the capability of that machines we have to load our jobs and the output will comes as per the our expectation. This is actually line balancing. No any machines will remain ideals. Then third, minimum inventory in the system due to removal of bottlenecks. Say that inventory should be minimums. Okay, why it should not be maximum? Because if you put maximum inventory means a very big stocks available in the stores, and money is in all this because To purchase the raw materials, we require the money. If we take this money from the bank, the interest will be there. Though, and the materials will remain idle, definitely there is a effect on the increasing that interest. So the minimum inventory should be there so that the continuous flow of production will be there. There should not be bottlenecks. Bottlenecks means the stuck up, stoppage should not be there. Higher productive efficiency. Higher product now efficiency in productivity is same. Correct. Input should be less and output should be more. In order to get this thing, we require the work study. Reduce the manufacturing cost. Same thing is the main purpose of the work study to reduce the manufacturing cost, increase the efficiency, increase the production, increase the productivity like this. The next, fast and accurate delivery date to customer as per commitments. So if you balance the everything and smooth flow of productions, definitely there is mm, the particular productions will achieve the given goals and we can deliver the finished parts to the customers as per their commitments. Better employees and employer relations. Means the workers and manager, this good relations will be there. Then and then uh, the particular efficiency production will get increased. If that relation is not there, the deliberately some workers will not do that works and because of that there is effect on the productions. So there should be good relations between that top manager, middles and worker, and this we can achieve to the uh, work study. Better service to the customer. The similar point is there. Immediately we will serve to the customers. Lead to attainment of market leadership due to the timely delivery, competitive rate due to reduction of wastage and better all around the productivity. Suppose we have given any commitment to the customers, and if we provide that or if we achieve that delivery date and the less cost, uh, if we allows to that particular our product, then whatever the competitors are in the markets, accordingly we can face the problems related to the rates in this product. Then better productivity always be there. Yesterday I have given one examples. Nearly about 60% the cost is related to raw material. If you reduce the wastage, definitely the whatever productivity is there, it will going to increase. Job security and job satisfaction to the workers. Now, once the work study parts come into this that particular industrial premises, definitely each laws and regulations will be there. The as per the standardizations, the standard times will be there. Method of improvements will be there. No fatigues to the workers will be there, and employees the base technique already we have seen. If we provide the good salary, incentive, motivations to the employees, definitely the workers will get satisfactions about their job. Security is just like insurance plans, incentives, or any facility. If you provide, definitely willingly that particular workers will going to work in that industry and will get good satisfaction. And once satisfactions will be there, efficiency will get increased, and this is the because of the work study. Better working and other conditions. So working conditions means good environmentals will be there. Yeah, always we know that in hot seasons, if fan is not there, efficiency of the workings will get decreased. If you provide good working condition, definitely efficiency will be increased. And what is our ultimate aim? To increase production and productivity. Reduce the fatigue to the workers by proper design, ergonomics of the workplace, and its design. Reduce the fatigues. In industry, lot of physical works are there. So if you plan properly, ergonomically, and the whatever the motion of the bodies or transportations or movement of the workers, if you reduce this, definitely the fatigues will be less, good performance that workers will give to this. And in order to study this, we require the work study. Higher wages to the workers due to the productivity linked incentive scheme. See that if you make use of the work study accordingly, wages systems should be there, incentive systems should be there, motivational things should be there. And once these things will be there, the efficiency or performance of that workers will get increased, and because of that it will help to increase the our production and productivity. So these are the objective of work study. Every industry there is a need of work study to increase the what is our ultimate goals to increase the our productivity. Now, whatever points are there, this is repeated points in the introduction of industrial engineering. Same things are there. Whatever we have studied in the last two, three lectures, similar points we have briefly given here. And whatever the production is there, smooth production is there. In order to achieve that smooth production from the raw material to finished with less input, less cost, this is the actually main motto of our work study. These, these are the objective. Now we'll move to the next part. What is the importance of this work study? This work study plays important role in the improving the planning of the works. If planning is not there, definitely whatever goals we have set, it is a less possibility to get it. So by the work study, the methods and work measurement we can plan. If we know the standard times for manufacturing any component, accordingly we can plan. Today we'll finish this much, tomorrow we'll finish this much, and after 10 days we'll finish this. So this is only because of the planning. So in order to make this planning, we actually need of the work study. Improving method of production, present methods and improved methods. So logically, we have to change the present methods so that the cost will get reduced, and this only happens because of the work study. Effective worker selection process. So if we know the right person at right place, by the work study, then the selection process of the workers will easy. To select any workers in the industry, we actually require work study, because work study what it tells, there should be a right person at a right place, and we have to get the work done from the same right person, and as it is, the right material should be there. Improving the worker effectiveness. Workers effective means this is performance. If you provide the employees based techniques to improve the productivity, definitely effectiveness of the workers will get increased. Providing the workers with adequate training. In some of the industry, normally in all industry, the after getting this theoretical knowledge need to implementation of this theoretical knowledge in the industry, there is a need of trainings. So foundry industry, forging industry, farming industry, automobile industry, plastic industry, continuous production industry, uh, initial stage means after selecting the candidate for that particular industry, initial stage 1 or 2 years training must be there. That is the prohibition periods we will call. So after a training, they will allow to go for the permanent positions in that industry. If the training is not there, what will happen? The skill whatever available in these particular workers or particular engineers, this skill will not get exposed, will not get used, and there is effect on the production. So initial stage 1 or 2 years of the training actually requires in every industry. So graduate engineer training, this is the first course in every industry. After the campus online or offline selection, every candidate need to go through this particular training of that industry. And once the trainings will get over, there will be little bit test will be there, and after the performance over that test, that candidate will be continuous in that industry. So in order to decide these things, the work study plays important role in this. Improving the workers' morals, the whatever the disciplines are there, whatever the performance are there, what is the efficiency of that workers, these things it will get increased by providing different facility to the workers. For examples, the living facilities will be there, incentive facilities will be there, bonus will be there, motivational things will be there, awards will be there. If you provide like this thing, the worker satisfactions will be there. The workers, the work will remain stable, and the it will continue this work in that industry for further years. Okay, so these things will happen because of the our work study. Improve the worker attendance levels. Once the workers will get a job satisfaction, this is very important in the industry. Once the job satisfactions will be there, definitely that worker will continue work in that industry. If job satisfaction is not there, his performance will not good, he will remain upset, and number of times he will thinking to leave this industry. So, if we place this work study roles in every industry and systematic way of doing that each and everything without any fatigues to the workers, then definitely the attendance levels will get increased, reducing workers' labor turnovers. So, labor turnovers in some of the industry previously, to lift or load and unload the job or for transportation purpose, a number of things times they used to put this particular load of transportation etc on the shoulders of these workers, and because of this the he will get fatigue in this, and efficiency will get a degree. So the whatever the workers satisfaction part is there, that we have to concentrate, and in order to satisfy that workers, the work in industry, the stability of the workers will be there. So that means this labor turnover, effective communications. Now, once we know the standard times, systematic way of doing was reducing the cost, the quality, etc. The proper communications will happens because of the work study. So these are the importance of the work study in the industry. Okay. Now, next, what is the work study procedures in the industry? So just I will read and then I will give the examples for work study procedures. First point in work study, selection of the works, recording informations, examinations of information, develop new process, evaluate the developing process, define after evaluating that process, install new process and maintain new methods. So whatever these points points are here, same points it is applicable for a method study. Sometimes the questions will be there once the theoretically exams will be there, so written exams will be there. So they will going to ask what is the procedure of work study. Sometimes they will ask what is the procedure of method study. So method study and work study process will remain the same. This method study is the part of work study. Work measurement, it is part of work study. Okay. So here's first point is the selection of the works. Now we are ready to apply our work study in one of the industry. Okay. Then select the job where we have to apply this work study principle. For examples, in our workshops, we are manufacturing our blank of the planetary gearbox by using CNC machine. And suppose we'll take this example, selection of the works. Now we have selected the work, the manufacturing of gear blank of planetary gearbox in our production centers by using CNC and VMC. This is the selection, right? Selection. Okay. Then exam the information. First step, you have to go for the observations, examination. What actually we are doing there? The After getting the raw material from the industry, first thing is the drilling. After that, I will make the program on CNC machines. Then we have to go for boring, facing, turning, step turning, then OD turnings. And once this thing will get over, then we have to get it fixed on VMC machines for drilling that 6 holes of 7 diameters. And there is a jig. And after making the programs on the VMC, we will go for drilling that 6 holes. And once that 6 holes will get holes, that product is ready for dispatching. So whatever thing existing things are there, we have to make the observation of this. The knee points you have to note down what is actually the procedure it is going on. Is there any additional the things it is going on, or is there any downtime it uh, is there, that you have to think. Then is there any additional transportation thing is required? Is there any the workers fatigue uh, things are there, that you have to exams. Okay. Now develop new process. Now whatever process we have studied, is there any scopes to reduce some works? Okay. So in our this planetary gearbox, initially we are drilling, and then we are going for boring. Okay. And then we are going for other things, and then we will go for drilling. So movement of this job is from drilling machines to the CNC to the VMC, like this. Is it possible to reduce that drilling parts? Can we combine this drilling and boring at a time on the CNC, so that drilling for drilling we require the mans, jig, etc. We can reduce. You have to think this. Is it feasible? If it is feasible, then develop new methods, develop the new programs in such way that the drilling and boring will take place in the same CNC, so that there is no need of separate drilling machines for drilling. Okay. So is it feasible? So you have to think this. Then evaluate the developing process. Now, if we are doing like this way, how much the cost we can reduce? The per day, 4 hours drilling cost, whatever the manpower is required on the drillings, jig is required on that drilling machine. Now related this cost, and the after developing that new method, whatever the cost, that you have to evaluate and check the cost. Define after evaluating that process. Means related cost, once we decide, then we have to uh, evaluate that process. This is the process. Only CNC and VMC we have used for, not a drilling. Now, if you remove this drilling process and go only for the CNC and VMC, install this, then think that how much production quantity will be there, how much cost will going to reduce, how much the transportation cost will reduce, how much the delivery date we can achieve. And if all these things, if we get on the papers with help of theoretically or practical study, then you have to maintain that new method. So this is the work study process. So this is the examples I have given to you. Other examples also you can go for this. Repeatedly, I am telling they make use of the crankshaft, connecting rods, bearings are there, conveyors are there, gears are there, the engine heads are there, pistons are there. Whatever present method of manufacturing are there in industry, you have to study this. Then select any process, examinations of this process, develop, is there any scope for changing this process? Then you have to develop the new process, study of new process, the cost estimation of the new process, and compares with previous process. If by developing new process, if the cost will get reduced, production will get increased, productivity will get increased, then install this and maintain the record of this. So this is actually work study process. Okay, and same things, it is applicable to method study. Now, in short, step by step of study of the present work, step by step. Okay, and according to this, we have to develop new methods, compare new methods with initial methods as per the cost. If we reduce the cost, new method is better. If we increase the production, new method is better. If we increase the productivity, new method is there. Means anyhow, we have to develop such new methods in order to get these 3 points: reduce cost, production increase, and productivity increase. So while writing in our the theory exam papers, this point always requires what is the procedures for work study. You can explain this thing with this brief points: selection of the work. You can give the name of the work. Just I have given manufacturing of gear blank in our production centers, then recording the informations, whatever it is going on, you have to record examination of this. And after this, if we develop new process, then how much the cost will get reduced, what is the productions that you have to evaluate. If it is good, the new methods, uh, cost will get reduced, production increase, productivity increase, then you have to continue that new methods and maintain the record of the new method. This is the work study procedures. Now, work study with simplifications. So, by work study, the work simplifications always be there. Suppose engine manufacturing industries are there, conveyor manufacturing industries are there, gearbox manufacturing industry are there, refrigerators manufacturing industries are there. So many things are there. At last, assembly is there. Now, easy to make that assembly, simple for making that assembly. These things only will get to the step by step of the work study. Work study with work simplification. Now, what is the actual work simplifications means? We have to make it simple for manufacturing, for assembly, or not critically wastage of times, fatigue to the workers, easy to achieve the delivery date. This is the simplification. In this, the first point is there in industry triple M. What is that triple M? Triple M means man, material, machines are important resource of any production process. Now, you can take any industry, triple M always be there. It contains man, machines, and materials. With help of this, we can make any new product. This is the part of the work study. Okay. Now you have to concentrate on a man. You have to concentrate on material. You have to concentrate on the this manufacturing process or money. Work study ensure the optimum utilization of this. So what that work study is doing in this industry ensures the optimum utilization of these three resources. These three resources: man, materials, and machines. Okay. And due rapidly changing technology had made the process and method complicated. Now, due to the recently change in the technology, the some of the process are complicated, but we have to make it easy, simplify by the work study. Here is once again the part of method study is there. Method study is important component of work study. We know that work study having two components, that is a method study and work measure. Both component having great scope under the work study. Work study divide the work into smaller element. What actually work study is doing for the simplification? The work study always divide the work into smaller element. Unnecessary elements are deleted, and after this rearrangement of this element, in order to improve the method of manufacturing. In small elements we have to reduce. For example, bearing. It is the last assembly. Outer cage is there, inner cage is there, caps are there, inside the balls are there. So initially we have to simplify this, how easily we can manufacture this and how easily we can go for the assembly. Now initially we have to break this element, ball separate, how the balls will come to the assembly lines. What is actually outer cage manufacturing process? What is the inner ring and outer rings has been manufactured? What is actually heat treatments? So you have to get it study the each and every element of the works, and whatever the process is there, we have to make the rearrangement in such way that the unnecessary element, unnecessary motion, unnecessary times, unnecessary transportations, that we have to reduce and rearrangement of this, so that there is a scope for changing the present method of manufacturing. So in short, in any industry, work study will simplify the product, but while simplifying that product, each element's list will be there. Examples I have given, bearing example is there. How to manufacture the bearing, balls are there, rings are there, cages are there. You have to make the list and the process of the manufacturing and rearrangement of this manufacturing process in such way that whatever downtime is there in present methods, wastage of the downtime is there, then the wastage of the manpower is there, that we have to concentrate, simplify this, easy to work that, and accordingly we can proceed in the new methods. Work simplification starts with a detailed analysis of product to carry out the changes in the design, procedures, and so what actually work simplification will do in the work study? The detailed analysis of the product. For example, bearing is there, then engine heads you can take. Simplify this. Oh, what is the first parts in engine head manufacturing? Casting. After that, which process is there? Cleaning process will be there. After that, machining process will be there. After that, drilling process are there. After that, heat treatment process are there. Okay, so this is the sequence. So you have to analysis of this sequence and think, so what is the plant layout? In which way we're going to manufacture, so that transportation cost will get reduced, heat treatment cost will get reduced, machining cost will get reduced, manpower's cost will get reduced, downtimes will get reduced. So you have to go for analysis of this product, change in that design, change in the process, and you have to eliminate that things. So this is the simplification. In short, simplifications means easy to do that works by making small element arrangement, rearrangement of that. Initially you have to simplify this product uh, into different types of elements and rearrangement of that element, so that it is very easy to manufacture that product. And which point you have to remember while making the simplifications, always you have to remember whatever cost related things are there, which cost related things are there. Raw material cost is there, manpower related cost is there, so downtime cost is there, transportation cost is there, machine cost is there. Always you have to concentrate on the cost, because cost is very important things in our industry. If you reduce the cost, definitely input will be less, productivity will get increase. So work study having a good scope in the simplification of the product, and after simplifications, definitely there is a reductions in the related cost and productivity will get increased. Then the last part is their work study and humans relations. So here is one chart is there. This is the last part of our chapters. What is actually these human relations with the work study? Now, what are the benefits you will get if you read this step by step? The how this work study and human relations are very close to each other. The human relation imply how people interact and cooperate with each other when they came together in group to achieve the common objective. Okay, so the work study in human relation, there is a bond, and through this bond, uh, they will remain in one circles, and the circles having one common objective, that is the industrial output. Okay, so if you are using work study parts, it contain methods and work measurement, and because of this, the all the peoples those are working in industry, they are coming in one circles and they having the common goals. If the common goals for each and every worker is not there, then the output of that industry is very less. Okay, so this is the relations common group with the main objective. So work study bind these relations between the workers to keep common goals for them. The next, the human relation, it is concerns with how people integrate, come together in work situation, then forms work group team with some motivation, corporate to achieve the organization goals effectively. Now, this human relations, it's very important in the industry, and it is concerns with group. Without a group, it is impossible to manufacture any product. Okay, so how that group will come together and motivate them, and they will helps to achieve the organization goals. So, coming together and doing the group works to have a certain effective goals in that industry, this relation it has been maintained by our work study. Then next, first study the humans' behaviors at workplace, then use systematic knowledge to analyze, suggest necessary effort required to maintain and enhance performance of the humans. So here's the human psychology is there's in industry, industrial psychology is there's first we have to study the human behaviors in the workplace. One examples I would like to give, while doing any works as per the Indian industrial psychology, while doing any work, somebody will commit the mistake, means the jobs may get wrongs while doing that job, and our Indian peoples will going for heeding that jobs. Means the jobs will heed under some of the uh, place, so that nobody can see the mistake of that person. So this is actually the loss of that industry. But if you go in the Japanese industry, if anybody will committed mistake, then they will go for highlighting that mistake, so that others will not commit the same mistake. So this is the industrial psychology of Japanese peoples, and already I have given the Indian psychology. Indian psychology, somebody will commit the mistake. They are thinking that nobody will come to know that he has committed mistake. But in Japanese technology, or the Japanese workers, what is the psychology of them? If anybody will commit the mistake, they will going for highlighting that mistake. Okay. Why? Because others will not commit the mistake, because they are working in a group and they are having their common goals. Because once the product will get sales, revenue will generate, and through that revenue, money will get distributed. Means each workers having a common goals, and systematic knowledge, training, efforts. This thing always be there, and performance actually requires. If the work study part is not there, then anybody will do anything without any the external force. Okay, so if you apply the external force, definitely that person will work and whatever the work is given within the 8 hours he will complete. If he will not complete, then at least training will be there. After training, even though he is not able to achieve that particular jobs within the 8 hours, then he has been replaced by someone. This is about the human relation. Next, the human relation means to recognize, respect, also safeguard the dignity of every individual along with his or her sincerity effort, valuable contribution made for achievement of given object. Here some work study has given a special scope for individual performance because depends upon performance, depends upon the efforts, the incentive should be there, bonus system should be there, personal wages system should be there, and everybody having a common goals. And in order to achieve these common goals, it is expected to show your own performance accordingly. Your incentive will be there. There should be value, and sincere effort will be there. Sincere effort is not there, then one day they will go for training, and even the sincere effort is not there, replaced by someone. Like this, relations has been maintained between the work study and humans. Then last one, human relation is one person's relationship or connections with other person. It means how individually man or woman is related or connected to others, man and woman. This is the uh, job and workers, how they will come together to achieve the common goals. These relations, work study need to maintain between our the job and workers in order to achieve the common goal. So relationship between the workers, somebody will not getting something, he will ask to something. For example, I want to measure certain diameters, but he is not able to justify. Measuring error always taking place. Now he will give jobs to others and he will get it confirmed. So this is the relations. Why this relation need to maintain? Because both having a common goals. Okay, so in order to achieve the common goals, there should be good relations between the others, and if good relations between the other things, then there should be the good achievements in the industry. So this is about the human relations between the work study and the uh, our industry. Okay. Up till now, we have seen the previous things. Just I will highlight definitions. Today's lectures we have covered definitions, objective, importance, procedures, simplification, and the work study relations with the humans in industry. Here a lot of psychology parts will be there. I have given one examples. Japanese peoples and Indian peoples. Japanese peoples always highlights the things if anybody will commit the mistake, but Indian peoples will going to hidden that mistake. This is difference, and that hidden part, it is the loss of company, and loss of that person and loss of that industry, because ultimately it is effect on the last productivity parts. Okay, so these points today we have covered. Now see, as per our syllabus, whether we have completed all parts in our first chapters or not in the first sections. See that unit number one, what point we have covered, see that whether we have covered all these things or not. Okay, so as per our first unit, definition and meaning of industrial engineering we have covered, contribution of two scientists, objective of industrial engineering, productivity, factors affecting on productivity, ways to improve the productivity. And today we have completed definition, objective, importance of work study and procedure of work study, relations with our jobs with simplification and human's relation. Human psychology will come into the pictures. So this is the about the unit number ones. So tomorrow onwards we'll go for unit number two. What is the method study? So method study is the part of our work study. You know that here a work study having a two-part method study and work measurement. Method study it is given in first section and work measurement it is given in second section. So both things are very useful to you in industry when you will be in industry. The primary thing in this chapters it is given the what is the role of industrial engineering in industry. Very simple thing is there. All this part it is related to productivity, production, and reduce the cost and improvement over the present methods. If this two three points if you remember, then definitely you will come to know that what is actually industrial engineering. Main motto to increase the productivity, production, reduce the cost, and study of present method and development of the new methods for manufacturing. So this is the introductions of industrial engineering. So up till now, what else PPTs I have given to you? Go through this PPT and study about these first chapters. Okay. So now our time is over. So now we'll stop here. Summary of the industrial engineering it is given to you. Uh, Related to unit ones. Now tomorrow onwards we're going to see about the method study. Okay, thank you once again. We'll stop here.